Hey YouTube, I am Jax Colon. I am feeling a lot of pressure now that I've gotten a bunch more subscribers thanks to Paul's ego, and thank you to all of you who have joined. But I said my next film review was going to be of Breathless, and I wanted to just get it out of the way and do this video while it's still fresh in my mind. Breathless, I'll give you a little crash course in the French New Wave for those of you who don't know. It was a movement in the 60s in France, obviously, and basically it was a bunch of kids who ran a film critique magazine and were disgusted with the way that movies were being made, so they decided to get out there and make their own movies. They were heavily influenced, ironically enough though, by the Hollywood classics of the 30s and also a lot of film noir, a heavy influence from American film noir, which ironically enough has roots in the German expressionism movement from the silent era, but that's a whole other video. But Breathless, so it features a lot of jump cuts, and one of the things that these kids thought was they didn't agree with the idea that the audience should be made to forget that they're watching a movie, to be like immersed in the reality of the world of the film, which is something that the Italian neorealists did want. They wanted to hide the camera, make you not realize that you're in a theater, you know, and they wanted to get you so engrossed in the movie that you feel like you're in this world. The French New Wave wasn't concerned with that. They recognized the aspects of film like jump cuts, which I think I may not have to use a whole lot in this video. But Breathless itself, it's the story of this guy, this French guy, who's dating this American woman, but, you know, obviously since he's a French guy, he's dating many women. But this guy, he styles himself after Humphrey Bogart, and the movie opens up and he's on his way to do some job so he can make some big score and then ask the love of his life to come run away with him. But of course, he's like speeding on the way there, and he gets pulled over and kills a cop. So for the rest of the movie, he's running from the cops who are hunting him, and his girlfriend hides him in her apartment. Jean Seberg is the woman. The man, Jean-Paul Belmondo. That was kind of Italian. But he's the lead actor. Both of them played really good roles. This movie's a classic, so I'm not going to go crazy praising it. There's been any number of papers and things based off of it to attest to how good it is. But the one thing was, even though he does use the jump cuts and they use a lot of location shooting and a lot of kind of gritty, you know, guerrilla-style filmmaking, but he still manages to compose quite a few really well-composed shots, to be redundant. There's a lot of really long takes with handheld tracking cameras moving around. So that's why I think the scenes with a lot of jump cuts in them are well-placed, because if it was throughout the entire movie, it would be distracting, but it's not. They're strategically placed, and with as many jump cuts as there are these really long, luxurious takes. The one thing I'll take a punch away from was that even though it was only 90 minutes, I did feel myself kind of fidgeting even, to wonder, or, you know, checking the time and seeing how much longer I had to go. So, not personally my favorite, even though I recognize a lot of the really great aspects of this movie. So, Breathless, or, as in French, à bout de souffle, which I think literally translated means without breath. But that's it for the film review, and I'll see you guys next time, maybe with something about the candidacy, maybe philosophy. No, I'm not going to get into that trap again. Who knows what my next video will be. I'll see you next time. Maybe I'll shank you. I don't know why I'm brandishing a knife in my video.